Mr. Jordan Labelle, after many years at Karate West, what has been your most favorite thing about doing karate?
The best thing about coming here is there's not many things that I've stuck around with for over 10 years, and one of the best things about coming here is just the friendships you make, and it's kind of like it is a family. I met a lot of great people, and it challenges me to break out of the normal people that you would hang out. You don't just hang out with kids in your high school or just kids that do the same sport. I've actually become great friends with adults. I've gained a lot of wisdom from them, just things they're telling me about life, and it's kind of preparing me for the future. It gives me a little easy way out because I'm just getting so many perspectives from adults. I'm also becoming great friends with kids that go to different schools, not just even in high school. I met a lot of the younger guys, and a lot of those guys have a lot to offer too. Just a fresh look at life. It's a good idea to not just, it's just like I gained a lot from this, not just friends that are my age is what I'm saying. Now,
if you had to pick one thing as like a character trait that was really reinforced here at Karate West, what would it be?
So here, we learn a lot of different life skills: compassion, courage, bravery, those kinds of things. The one thing that has really helped me characteristics-wise is leadership. I've been given a lot of opportunities to be in front of a big class or in front of a big group of people, whether it's showing kata, teaching new material, things like that. And it's really challenged me to come out of my box. I didn't always used to be good with public speaking or being in front of big groups, performing, things like that. But eventually you get pushed up there to show kata by yourself in front of a class of 15 people, or you're put into a class of adults. You need to teach them material. It's intimidating, but after a while you get used to it, and it's really helped me a lot. I have no problems talking with people now, complete strangers. I have no problems just holding a conversation with them or getting in front of a big group of people and talking. And if you get to know me, I like to talk. So it's nice to be able to do that.
All right, if you had one thing that you could do over, what would it be?
If I had one thing that I could do over, that's a hard one. I can't think of anything. I mean, there's little stuff, but it all happened for a reason, and it all just got me to where I am today. I would have said, after I got my black belt, I waited a while to test in between tests, but even that in a way helped me be more prepared when I did come to test. So I can't say I'd really take anything back.
If you had one thing that was like a turning point in your training, where it kind of pushed you into a new direction and made you a better person, and made you stronger, what would that turning point be?
So I always tell kids in the class this, when they're looking discouraged or they look bored or something like that, is actually when I was a brown belt, I failed my brown belt test, and that was a changing point for me. I saw that it wasn't going to come easy. You actually have to work for it. I feel like some things in life you can just coast by, but then there's actually things where you need to kick it into high gear and you have to get some work done. And that's when I was really like, okay, it's like, do I want this for me? Who do I want to get a black belt for? And it was like, you know what, I want this. There's no sense training this far and this hard to just give it up. And so I wasn't going to quit after that. That just forced me to train harder and get my final goal. And it's like, I'm glad I did. It's like, look where I am now. I'm so glad I kept up with it because it's a really important part of my life.
Knowing what you know now, if you could impart one piece of wisdom on not necessarily just children, but white belts in general, people that are just beginning their training, what would you tell them?
Just don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to put yourself in the spotlight, and it's okay to look like a fool, because we've all been there. We're all new at something. We all have to try new things, and that's when we really learn more about ourselves, is when we're out there in a completely strange environment. That's when you figure out who you are. You learn a lot about yourself, being able to do things that are completely foreign to you. I just had a white belt, and she was just a little girl. She's out there, she's having a blast, she's having a great time, but we're doing kata and her feet are completely backwards and she has the wrong hand out, but she has a huge smile on her face, and it's like that right there, because it'll come. You just have to be confident in yourself. You have to trust that you're gonna learn, and you just have to have a good time, because life's too short not to have a good time. So just don't take it so seriously. Smile about it. Who cares if you mess up? Because we're all there at some point.
Awesome. Well, it sure has been a lot of fun watching you grow up. And I'm really proud of you. Thanks for being with us for so long.
No problem. Anytime.